Hey guys, welcome to our daily refresh. As you can see, we are straight out of the gym. We are open again. So come in and have some fun if you're around. And if you're watching from home, it's nice that you give your body a little break to move. All you need is a mat, maybe something to drink in between, and then we will start. As always, on the ground, loosening up the body. We try to move as many joints as possible. So the first one will be the bent knee hamstring stretch. You lay down, press the bottom heel into the ground actively, and then you pull the knee towards the chest, and without letting it move away, drive the heel towards the ceiling. Remember, bottom leg active, and release the stretch. We go for 5 reps on each side. So remember, it's not about straightening the knee. If you can, that's fine, but it's more about not moving away the knee. You still will get a nice stretch on the backside. The last one, hold for 2 and switch legs. So again, not too static. Pull the knee close, drive the heel up, hold for 2 and release. Remember to press the bottom heel into the ground so we're not lazy here. Always active. And 2 more. Heel towards the ceiling. Both toes towards your nose. Hold and relax. Good. Now we go into the 90-90 position. So make sure that your knees are not down here. Tuck them in. And then what we do, you start here with the hands on top of each other. Your knees stay glued into the ground and glued to each other. They're not moving. You just go as far as possible where they're not moving. And then you do an arm sweep overhead with your hand as far as possible. If you can go down all the way towards your butt and reverse order back. Stay as close to the ground as possible and come back here in the starting position. 2 more reps. If you look at your hand while you do that, the range of motion will be a little bit better, but remember, we don't want to move the knees. Keep them close and glued to the ground. The last one here. So that's for shoulder mobility, thoracic mobility. Slowly back. And then we switch sides. Tuck your knees in again. Starting one hand on top of the other, and let's go. I noticed that from rep 1 to 3, my range of motion got a little bit better. Or maybe you will notice that you will come to the same spot, to the same depth, but a little bit easier with less tension. Second rep, and the last one. Slowly keep the thumb over the ground all the way to your butt if possible, and slowly back. Good job. Now we will turn around. The last one on the ground, laying down. We do some swimmers. So your job is to raise your hands as far away from the ground as possible. Eyes down, and then we lift our hands as high as possible, and we do a big circle until your hands are over your butt. Keep them off the butt, off the ground as high as possible, and reverse order back. At the end, your palms are up. 3 more reps slowly, so we get some movement into the shoulder joint. And the last 2, we're not looking up, look straight down so the head is in line with the spine. And the last one, slowly stay off the ground as far as possible and relax. Good. Now we go into the half kneeling position. First, you will tuck your tail, so we're not overarching, tucking your tail, And then we have 3 directions where we reach. We press the palms of our hand forward as far as possible. Active, and come back. Now we press the palms as high as possible. So you should feel an increased stretch from here to here. You should feel an increased stretch. And now we reach over the top leg or across the top leg. So you're pressing your palms here over to the side. 2 more reps here. First we go forward, palms forward. Then we go straight up and to the side. Reach. That's where I feel the most stretch, all the way up here. And 1 more. Remember to keep your tail tucked. Let's go forward, up, keeping the ribs down and to the side. Good. So with ribs down, we mean instead of being here, pulling the ribs down. So now we work with the breathing. As you reach, you're going to breathe out against your lips. All right? Switching legs, tucking the tail, maintaining that position. Shift forward and breathe out. Good. That should keep the ribs down. Up. With pressure against the lips and over your front leg. 2 more reps here. Forward. Then we go up. Reach as far as possible. Challenge yourself as you reach. And the last rep. Up a little bit more tension. And to the side the most. All right. Now we will go into the shin box. So you sit as wide as possible here. And make sure that your legs are not out here, but pretty close to your body. And then you swing your knees from side to side first. Try to be as upright as possible also on the switches. So we don't want to lean back too much. Try to stay upright. And you can also do the switches without the help of your hands if you like. If you need some support, you can do it, of course, with the help of your hands. And now we switch and you post your hand here in line of your front leg, and then you reach here, thread the needle through your arm here. Switch to the other side, thread the needle through the other arm. Breathe out and reach. We do 2 on each side. Switch legs, post your hand. Come on, challenge yourself again, reaching as far as possible. 1 more on each side. Good job. All right. So now we will move again as many joints as possible. You sit in the same position and post 1 hand behind your hip here. And now you're gonna press your hips as high as possible, and with that arm you reach. You can reach up, you can reach over, diagonal, you can choose the angles. Now we switch arms, post to the other side and reach. You can vary the angles. What is important as you post here, that we're not lazy, that the shoulder is away from your ear, always active. And keep switching. Breathe out and reach. 1 more on each side. And the last one. And relax. Now, from the push-up position, we go into the down dog. So You press your hips up, chest towards the feet, then you reach with your right arm to your left toes, come back a little bit, drive the hips up, and reach to the opposite toes. Then we go down into the up-facing dog. Press your hips as low as possible, but shoulders away from the ears again, and we're not looking up, we're tucking the chin back. And now rotate and try to look towards the opposite heel, and then to the other side. From there, hips up into push-up position, back into the down dog. Chest towards the feet, reach, reach, diagonally, back to the up-facing dog. Tucking the chin back, and again, look over your left shoulder, look over the right shoulder, and then back into down dog. Diagonal touch, keeping the legs straight if possible. And the last one on the up-facing dog, look over your left shoulder, over the right shoulder, and relax. Good work. Now we go into the world's greatest stretch. So we do a big reverse lunge. From here, I'm one straight line from head to heel. You as well. So press the heel into the ground, post the other hand, and then we reach with the elbow towards the instep. Rotate over the bent leg side. Post both hands down, and now your foot rotates, your chest, your pubic bone, all pointing where your toes are pointing forward, towards the camera, or wherever your nose is pointing, your toes are pointing. Then you rotate the foot back, and we rotate back to the other side over the front leg. Reach as far as possible, and then, like in the T-hip mobility, open up your hips and reach here as well. Almost like the warrior position with a short lever. And the last one, rotate and rotate to that side as well. From here, you can come up and we switch legs. So you should feel it in your hips already by now. Big reverse lunge. Make sure that you squeeze here the front side of the back leg, driving the heel into the ground. Elbow to instep, rotate over the front leg, hand down, toes pointing away from you, rotating to the other side. And switch again. Elbow to instep, rotate, toes rotating, pubic bone, chest and nose, all pointing to the same direction. Last one. Elbow to instep, reach, and then we're rotating again. And from here, slowly stand up again. Good. 2 exercises left. We go in a little bit wider stance, a little bit wider than your squat. Your toes are pointing straight forward, and then you sink your hips down. Imagine there's a roof above your head, and then we're shifting from side to side. Make sure that you have one line here, hip, knee, and toes pointing into the same direction. If you cannot reach the line, you're probably too far, then come closer and keep switching. We do that for 20 more seconds. If you're not feeling it in your hips, you can go wider while maintaining the line here we talked about, or you need to go lower, and we're lower on the switch. See, my upper body is pointing forward. I have that forward lean. We're not too upright here. Keep working from side to side. 5 more seconds. You should feel it in your hips. And relax. Good. And now we go into a lateral lunge. So from here, again, both toes pointing forward, my hips are back like before, and then you reach over to that leg, or across that leg, come back and push. Switching legs. Lateral lunge, hips back, reach, and switch again. Rotate and look at your hand. Always with a strong push back, hips back, push, reach, push, push up the inner edge of your shoe, of your foot, one more on each side, reach and pull, and the last one, hips back, reach and pull. Strong push back and relax. Now guys, as always, we do some bounces like mini calf raises. You can keep the heels off the ground, or if you're living on the ground floor, you can bounce your heels into the ground and just let your body relax. We work with the breathing, so big breath in and slowly out. Relax everything. While you breathe out, relax your arms. You can do some lateral leans with your upper body. With your neck only. Rotating. And shake off the tension. I hope you feel a little bit looser than before. Make sure you rehydrate. Have a nice first or second lunch break, refueling, rebuilding and rehydrating the body. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.